Today I'm going to show you my version of a homemade McRib. This is going to be good. Okay, so to make this McRib sandwich, I need the McRib, or just ribs. So here I have a rack of baby back ribs. I've already removed the silver skin, or that tough membrane that's on the back of the bones of the ribs. I just peeled that off. So now I'm going to season with some salt and some cracked black pepper. And here I am going to use a barbecue rub that I like to make at home. And it's in my cookbook. And these are the ingredients that I put together to make one of my favorite barbecue spice rubs. I always have it on hand. I like to mix up a batch and I just keep it in baggies or jars. So this is what I'm going to be seasoning the ribs with. By the way, the link to my cookbook is in the description below. Okay, so now I'm just going to sprinkle all of this onto the back. So now I'm going to pat this on the back side and flip it over and repeat the process. I'm going to go on with sprinkling the salt, cracked black pepper, and then I'm going to season it with that barbecue spice rub. You can use any rub that you prefer, anything that you like to put together, whether it's homemade or store-bought. It all works. Just season your ribs the way you like. Okay, so this is going into my crock pot. If you have a smaller crock pot, this one is somewhere between 6 to 8. You can cut your ribs in half to fit them better. I'm leaving mine whole. And what I'm going to do is just go over with a little more salt, and this is on the meatier side. And I'm going to add cracked black pepper, and I'm going to shake on some more of that barbecue spice rub. I'm really not measuring how I'm seasoning it, so start with a tablespoon or so of that spice rub and work your way up. Okay, so now I'm going to cover with a lid. I'm going to set this on high, and I'm just going to let this slow cook for the course of several hours or until my ribs are tender. And I like to use a chopstick to poke the ribs. Okay, so let me show you the bread I'm going with today for this sandwich. I am going to be working with pan bolillo. I bought this from my local bakery, grocery store bakery, but you can make these also from scratch. I'll link a video. Okay, so I'm going to check the tenderness. It has been around 3.5 hours. On high, I would say 3.5 hours. It also depends how cold your meat is when you start the cooking process, but the bone is exposed, which is a good sign. And I'm poking it with my chopstick here, and it is super tender. It's not, there's no resistance when I go to pull out the chopstick, so this is great. Okay, these are done. Oh, it's gonna fall apart. Oh, look at this. Okay, so, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's tender. So these are definitely tender. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you. Actually, the bone is still hot, but you can easily remove the bones. This is going to give that McRib. You don't want to put bones in your sandwich, so you'll remove those, and they come out easily because the meat is so tender when you slow cook it in the slow cooker. So you definitely can make your own barbecue sauce, but this is my favorite store-bought brand, so I'm going with it. So I'm just going to slather all of this tender, slow-cooked, boneless ribs with this barbecue sauce. But homemade is a wonderful choice for this. You definitely can use your favorite recipe or your favorite brand from the store. So I'm just going to smother this and spread this all over the tender meat. By the way, be sure to check the description below for links to other videos, or if you want dinner ideas, go to my channel. I have plenty. And also, for those of you that don't know, the Facebook page that I had was hacked and I'm no longer posting on Facebook, and I suggest you unfollow and block that page. Okay, so I love to use this quick hack to get crusty bread rolls. I'm just going to dunk the exterior in water, and I like to pop this into the air fryer. Even though this bread was baked this morning, I love the texture of a crusty roll or like French bread, and the quick dunk of water into an air fryer, or even if it's your oven, it just texturally is like the best bite with a soft center and crusty exterior. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the air fryer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about, let's say, 3 minutes, or until everything's crusty and toasty on the exterior. So I'm going to slice onion. You can't have a McRib without the onion, and it's a very simple sandwich. It's the meat patty slathered in sauce, onions, and pickle. And I'm going with a ranch pickle today. Use your favorite brand that you have at home. This is what I like. So I am ready to make a sandwich. I pulled out all the bones from the meat. My bread roll is crusty and warmed through. I'm just going to take kitchen shears to open this up. Use a bread knife. However you want to open up this bread roll, do that. Okay, so this is open. And what I'm going to do, because this meat is so tender, I'm just going to take my tongs and kind of just press and create pieces that'll fit on my bread roll. And this is perfect. And if you really want that McDonald's experience, just throw everything on there sloppily and it's falling out. The bread is saturated in barbecue sauce and go to town. But this is how I'm doing it today because it's homemade and I'm making it with love. I'm going to add my onions on top. And now the pickles. Add as many as you like. I actually add maybe 3 to 4, and I like to add some on the side because I do like that tangy dill pickle bite with this sandwich. And again, if you want a recipe to make your homemade bread rolls, I will link that in the description below. Always check the description for ingredients or just video links to give you some recipe ideas. So this is my homemade version of the McRib. This is it. It's so simple, but it's so good, and I suggest you try it. So my husband and son requested this today, and I think it's approved. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.